All right, my people, welcome back onto this channel. Majority of things have actually happened so far in this Yoruba nation struggle. Well, our prayer is that the good Lord will lead us right because the way the whole saga had been going right now, a lot of people have said it that if we continue in this manner of not tolerating each other, of not listening to each other, then Yoruba nation can never be achieved. Hmm. I have my reason. So a lot of people have actually reacted. Since Mrs. Modupe Onitiri declared Yoruba nation movement, there's been a kind of separation amongst the people. Some set of people who are for Professor Banji Akintoye, meaning Professor Banji Akintoye's followers are not happy with the followers of Mrs. Modupe Onitiri? And then, do you think we should go in this manner? Do you think we should continue in this manner? I thought the whole saga had died and then everybody had moved on. But a lot of people have started sending messages, so serious messages, and these messages had been against Mrs. Modupe Onitiri's declaration. My brother, my sister, where are we going in this Yoruba nation movement? We all need to wake up and do the needful. Yes, we all need to wake up and do the needful. Meanwhile, according to Pipa Jason, that's his name, he said a lot of things. In fact, we all need to hear this. All right, it goes like this. It says, I think that the problem is lack of trust. Modupe Onitiri Abiola came out of the blues to present herself to the existing leaders of Yoruba nation. She refused to join any of the groups and then would not take any oath with them, which I believe the rest of them have done. So suspicion is raised because they don't really know her and then who she is fronting or who sent her. Modupe Onitiri Abiola herself had said that she didn't know much about the agitation movement, but her sisters persuaded her to go along. First, she doesn't belong to any of the groups. Secondly, she refused to take any oath as the rest has done. So suspicion is raised about her and then her mission. They couldn't open up to her about whether or not they have structure or plans. The groups feared a betrayal, and then I personally don't trust and believe her. My own opinion is that she has been sent by the Emilocons to infiltrate the group and foil every plan and cause divisions among the groups. Is that not what is happening now? The Yoruba Nation agitators have been operating peacefully until our arrival. Let us all pause for a minute and think about our tactics. Are they working? I'd only like our call to action, just like motivating people, but she is not in Nigeria. She is abroad. I don't believe that she is not an agent of a Milocon. Emilocon is a known fraudster and then a fraudulent person. Emilocon could plan anything against anything in his way. So the question of trust and the suspicion arose. She might be a spy working for any politician. Again, Modupe Onitiri Abiola might be genuine, but why is she refusing to join any group and then also not taking oath of allegiance like the rest of them? She goes Ọlọ́run sọ pé or that she dreamed. That raises a lot of suspicions. It is only in Nigeria that God is talking to people all the time. What evidence do we have that God indeed talked to her? There is a certain food that makes you dream and then wonder about in your sleep if you eat it. So we don't know the environment and then the circumstances and the condition of Modupe Onitiri Abiola's mental health. Let her call out a mass rally as was planned before her pronouncement of declaration of Yoruba nation independence. Let us see if the nation-wide mass rally will be of any significance. Personally, I don't take anyone who goes Ọlọ́run sọ pé serious. Those who said that they dreamt this or that shouldn't be taken as serious either. So, Modupe Onitiri Abiola's followers are doing so blindly. There is no proof of any concrete from her. I am certain that by 1st of January 2023, the whole Yoruba nation agitators in Nigeria will still be spending the Naira and the not Yoruba nation currencies. The Yoruba nation will still be within Nigeria borders. I know that our followers won't like to read this, but that is the reality. Yorubas don't trust each other by nature, and then she raises a lot of distrust and suspicion. All right, my people, this is another strong one coming from Pipa Jason. You heard that for yourselves, and you know he has said a lot of things that this Mrs. Modupe Onitiri, that she shouldn't be trusted, that she might be working for the Emilio cons. And right now, what are we exactly talking about? The situation to which we have found ourselves right now, to me, I think it is not this time around that people should be keeping malice against themselves. This is not the right time for people to be, doing what they like. People to be, antagonizing each other. We are talking about, getting a nation. We are not talking about a community. Neither we are talking about a state. We are talking about a nation, country. And yet, some set of people are walking in the right path while some are walking in the other side. Left, right now. Should all this continue? Definitely, I know Mrs. Modupe Onitiri has a lot of followers. Meanwhile, you should remember that the other part too, the other party also has its own followers, and exactly what we are talking about. This time around, everyone needs to come together in one accord. She said a lot of things though that they never had plans. That is why she had to continue with her own plans. And then, according to what this young man has just said, he says, not that those people do not have their plans, but they don't trust Mrs. Modupe Onitiri. That is why they are not trying to tell her their plans. On a very good day, who will be leading such a movement that will not have a plan? Or with all what Professor Banja Akintoye had been saying, was that not a plan to achieve Yoruba nation? All the meetings they be attending and the rest of them, they had plans. But according to what Papi Jason has said onto this one, he had made it clear that the reason why they did not open up to her is because they don't know her too well. A lot of things are actually going on right now. The truth right now is we need to work together. We need to look for, for a way to tackle all this. Yes, we need to look for a way to tackle all this because we can no longer continue in this manner. Let's take a look at what the people have faced in the past, most especially the innocent ones who actually died during the course of this struggle. Somebody earlier said that this is not even the right time for any agitator, most especially for Chief Sunday Igboho, to now say he will relent. Hmm. Because the blood of those innocent ones who died in his house would definitely cry. Until Yoruba nation is achieved, this set of people, their blood will not stop crying. Yes, it's exactly what had been said earlier. But right now, what is going on? Well, caller Omilabu says, well, you need to contact Olori number one and then Olori number two before your declaration. A big mistake. People are not stupid. We must do all things together, not with arrogance. Okay, this is another one from Kola Omilabu. Okay, oh. They should tell us what Baba Kintoye had achieved in this struggle and where they have reached without Onitiri. All right, this one is another one coming from. Yes, I already said it earlier before now that Mrs. Modupe Onitiri has her own followers, and this one is coming from Bolaji, who is a follower of Mrs. Modupe Onitiri. And let me take that again. He's made it clear that they should tell us what Baba Kintoye had achieved in this struggle and where they have reached without Onitiri. That's serious. All right, so this one coming from Femrace says, United we stand, divided we fall. Okay, all what we need now is unity, but not the vision. Right now, it is not too late. Yoruba people, please wake up. Yes, I think I like this part, which says it is not too late. But my brother, my sister, well, if you want to say, want to think about when they have promised the people that the rally, the Yoruba nation will be declared, which had been Òmìnira Ilẹ̀ Yoruba 2022. I think my brother, my sister too, it is rather too late too, because today is 28, 28, 29, 30, 31. Okay. And meanwhile, we still have faith because Mrs. Modupe Onitiri had assured us that the good Lord can make it work even at the 11th hour, even if it is 1 minute to enter 2022. Well, my people, this is so serious, but the truth of the matter is either the Yoruba nation get achieved, actualized or not this 2022. What I will actually say is let the leaders come together, work together. Because a lot of people are actually following this movement. They are watching and they don't make all these people to be weary. They're not like, oh, look at the leaders themselves. They are not even gathered. So waiting can consign us inside this song. Waiting can be our own. It's not funny, my brother, my sister. It is not funny at all. We all need to wake up. Well, according to Nicholas Daniel, he says, Mama Onitiri started well. I don't see her finishing well. That's serious. Or is she sent by politicians to come and then scatter Yoruba nation? That is serious. Well, a lot of people have said a lot of things. Hmm. That is serious. And then somebody is saying something right now, referring to Pilado word right now. Says his name is Akinloton Muyi. Says, well, Pilado, we already have our nation. We should be jubilating and celebrating our nation. Our next step is the reclamation. All right. Yes, I think you are on point. The next step should be reclamation. Well, that's not exactly what the people are actually talking about. Either we are reclaiming or not, what the people are saying is that Igi kan kole dagboshe. You understand? Only one person cannot make it stand. Let us work together and make it stand. Because a lot of people are weary simply because of what is happening between these leaders. You will not understand because I've gotten a lot of messages, and a lot of people have said a lot of things. Yes, right now, my brother, my sister, wherever you are listening, you are watching from, I think this time around I will be taking up different messages on this platform onto Yoruba Nation movement. Now we want to know what people are actually talking about, what the people have in their minds. You understand what their opinion is. I will call out your names like what I've just done right now, and then whatsoever you must have said about this movement, please just indicate there. talked about this, please, Pilado. Just say Pilado talk about this. You have a very important message to pass across. Don't get it twisted. A lot of people will hear it. Please feel free to send your messages. I will definitely read them. Yes, no matter how long they are, because a lot of people want to understand what is going on. Before now, I thought majority of people are behind Mrs. Modupe Onitiri until I started receiving messages that have been going against her. Yes, a lot of people have been dragging Mrs. Modupe Onitiri on this movie. No way, no way, this lady did not do well. Look at what this last person just said. That I saw Mrs. Modupe Onitiri started well. But I'm not seeing her ending it well. Well, my people, majority of things though have been said. Like I said earlier, henceforth, as you are sending messages, send a strong message and the right Pilado. Please take this message, tell them. Then I will go through them, I will combine them together, then I will tell it out to the people. We all need to know what is going on. This is no longer a joke. Òmìnira ilẹ̀ Yoruba 2022. How many days to go? Well, we should keep praying. Somebody is of the opinion that prayer is the key. Okay. Yes. All right. Okay, let me take what Paul Aremo Akinyemi, that's the name. He said, well, I love to hear that Yoruba Nation realization will come to be this year. Yes, with faith, we get our nation, okay? And the declaration without bloodshed is the beauty the world at large have heard about Yoruba Nation agitators. Next is recognition from international body, which has been done. We're looking for platform. Nigeria government can be taken to International Criminal Court of Justice. All right, so this one has been said by Paul Aremo. Okay, Aremo Akinye. All right, that's the name here. Okay, and then he had said it all. That is our prayer. That is what a lot of us are expecting. Yes. So we should do it in a way that will not affect the other person. I think it's very important. We have the same goal. We have the same plans to get there. The people, the agitators, what they have in mind is, to take the people to a level that they will not be crying, that everybody will be smiling. A country whereby when you get there, things will be easy. There won't be any form of kidnapping. There will not be hunger in the land. Everybody will have money to spend. Good road, good light. There will be steady light. And you understand. That's exactly what the Yoruba nation stands out to, to give to its citizens. But how can we achieve this without quarreling each other, without any dispute, which is very, very important? All we need to do is we pray very well, then let all the leaders bring themselves down, cooperate, do the needful. A lot of people are watching. Meanwhile, remember to send in your messages henceforth. Put it out. Pilado word, take this message. I go through it, then I tell it to the people. And exactly what we'll be doing at this moment, because we need to understand, we need to get the feelings of others. What are people actually talking about this particular situation? And then remember, it's all going to be about Yoruba Nation movement and exactly what it is right now. My people, onto this, majority of things had actually been said. What more can we say? Meanwhile, let me have your own take on this, my people, and remember to subscribe for more updates if you are new on this channel. All right, thanks and God bless.